This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff on the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM.
Good morning. It is Thursday, or as I like to call it, Friday Eve. It's September 5th, and another beautiful day today. We're just getting a whole stretch of it, and it's going to go away eventually, so enjoy it while you can.
Thanks. So I was driving, I've seen this thing at the Hannaford parking lot for months now, and I don't know, I just ignored it. It's this boxy looking thing with solar panels on wheels and a giant tower with like a bulbous camera light thing on the top. And I thought, whatever. And then I saw another one, and I thought, what the hell are these? So I went up and I found the website on the box part, and I looked it up, and it's Big Brother. It's a giant camera, and it's like a big, huge ring camera or Nest camera.
Well, there's 3 cameras for all the directions.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And it takes video, and it shoots, and there were 2 different companies. So the 2 I found, one in the Hannaford parking lot and then one in Portland Foreside. It's that new thing at the bottom of the hill where they're renovating the whole thing over by the narrow gauge railroad. And so I thought, because I had no idea what that is.
And it has a flashing blue light that gets your attention, too.
Because it looks like the police. Mm-hmm. You see blue lights, you think, what have I done wrong? But I don't understand. I get why it's in Portland, the Portland area, Foreside, because it's a construction area. So they're probably protecting whatever equipment they have out there and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I don't get it in Hannaford parking lot.
It's to deter shoplifting.
Well, shouldn't they have that inside the store?
Well, they've got that too, but they're just keeping an eye on the parking lot.
How are you going to know if somebody shoplifted in the parking lot?
I don't know. They seem to know what they're doing. So
I thought the contraption was quite odd, and it's like
it's like on a trailer, and you can haul it anywhere.
Yeah, you can go spy on anybody anywhere, and it has quite the area, because this tower is, I'd say, a good 25 feet high in the air.
They got it covered pretty well.
They got it covered. So,
I mean, that's the biggest, especially for
obviously it's to catch somebody doing something wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious, how much wrong has been going on that you need to bring in.
If they're losing enough money, that's making, it's might as well just put cameras where people are going to be like, they don't even know what it is.
I definitely don't know if it's for shoplifting, because I definitely think that would be a hard one to catch.
Okay.
How you get show me your receipt. It does talk.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
So in case you didn't know this about my life, I live with 2 women. One is my girlfriend, Michelle. The other is her daughter, Lily. It's interesting living with both of these 2, because they're kind of alike in some ways and very different in others.
Apple tree.
Yeah, a little bit. So last night, I also am a creature of habit. I don't know if you do this. You probably don't, but I put together the clothes I'm going to wear the next day.
Of course I do.
You do? Okay. All right.
We get up way too early to think about clothes in the morning.
Exactly. So I set them out. So last night...
It's not like we dress fancy, but...
Right, exactly.
We just want to get that underwear out.
Yeah. Exactly. So I get everything ready, and I put it in the bed in the guest room, and that's where I get dressed. So I put that down there, and I looked. I grabbed a pair of socks out of the my bureau. And I do the thing where you roll them so that they're compact and they stay together, right? And on the outside of it, I see something. I'm like, what is that? And then it dawns on me what it is. And I'm like, how did this happen? And I said, I know exactly how this happened. So I go out to the kitchen where the 2 of them are talking. And actually, Michelle's talking to Lily while she's kind of in the bathroom, like doing makeup and stuff or something. I don't know what she was doing. But I said, Lily, come out here. Oh. And she says, what? No, just come here. It's fine. Just come here. She's all, I don't ever say that
right
to her.
Yeah.
So she's freaking out a little bit. Don't worry. Just come over here for a second. And she does. I said, put out your hand. and I take the thing that is on my sock and put it in the palm of her hand, and they lose it. They laugh hysterically, almost to the point of tears. And I said, as I put it in her hand, I said, I found that on my sock. It's a fake eyelash.
Gross. How the hell?
But it's like a teeny. It's
How'd
like
you
not
find
even,
it?
It was on my sock.
White,
I have no
white
idea.
socks?
Yeah.
For some reason, I imagine black socks.
Well, when
for
you turn them inside out, they're lighter.
Okay.
So it shows because when you ball it up, and they just because this is like a thing. I think I've seen spiders. I think I've seen ants and all this stuff on the floor. No, it's eyelashes.
Oh, all over? Yeah.
I don't know how they fall off and why they end up in all these places, especially on my socks.
They take them off and then they don't make the trash can.
Yeah, but how did it get to my sock? Is
You're walking.
I know. I bet I know.
Laundry.
I bet she ran it through the laundry.
Her eyelash.
So the eyelash attached to one of her clothing came off in the washer. When I did my laundry, it reattached itself to my socks.
First of all,
and there it is.
Does Michelle, your girlfriend, wear fake eyelashes?
No.
So it is.
So definitely.
It's
definitely her.
And
she admits it. It's her.
Yeah. Was it big? I mean,
no.
I've never seen
it's tiny.
Like
it's not like it's not like an eyelash. It's like a piece of an eyelash. It's like it would cover like an eighth of your actual eyelash.
Oh, really? It's not even like a full
I don't know.
one?
I don't know how it works. That's not my thing. But it just.
But you knew what it was, and you knew it wasn't yours.
I knew because I've seen them all over the house, but this is the first time it landed
so weird.
in my laundry.
Why are they all over the house?
I don't know. That's the mystery that I cannot figure out.
Okay, figure that mystery out, okay?
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. And now it's time for your daily distractions.
Being brought to you by the Bill Dodge Auto Group. When you shop for your next vehicle at Bill Dodge, you're investing in Maine communities. Every Bill Dodge Auto Group, every year, Bill Dodge Auto Group contributes over $250,000 in Maine charities and fundraisers. Big inventory that gives back. That's the Bill Dodge difference. So there's a UK electronics store called Curies, and they just posted the best ad ever. To attract more young people, they had a middle-aged employee read a script loaded with Gen Z slang. And the best part is how he describes a new phone.
Need a new phone? This one's bussin' skibbity toilet riz. This air fryer is the GOAT. On point cash with that low-key drip to have all your guests saying, "Yes, slay queen, he cooked."
I have no idea what any of that meant.
I got some of it, and that's about it. Fantastic. Apparently Amazon has had to come out and say, no, that's not true. They're denying a rumor that they're banning their delivery drivers from singing along to the radio.
What?
Why would you do that, right? They say it was because it distracted the driver, but it's not true. And Amazon says, no, we don't, you can sing to the radio. A cop in Oregon adopted a 15-week-old kitten after 2 search and rescue team members found it hiding in the wheel well of their truck after they drove 15 miles.
That happened to my father one time.
No way.
We had kittens and they got into the exact same thing. Wheel well. He drove all the way to work and found them.
Wow, that's insane. Happy National Shrink Day. Today is National Shrink Day, and did you know it was created to pay homage to Bob Newhart since he played a psychiatrist on the Bob Newhart Show. Today would have been Bob's 95th birthday. He passed away in July. Now let's get to Dancing with the Stars. The cast has been revealed. And this blows my friggin' mind. First of all, number one blowing of my mind is that Danny Amendola is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Danny Amendola played 5 seasons with the Patriots. Was at 4 or 5 Super Bowls and won 2 of them. And he's on Dancing with the Stars, and he looks fantastic. But that's not even, okay, that wouldn't get me to watch it. I like him, but that wouldn't get me to watch it. But Anna Delvey Do you know who Anna Delvey is?
I do not.
Anna Delvey Sorokin is known as the notorious so-called fake heiress whose financial crimes and lavish lifestyle inspired the Emmy-nominated Netflix show Inventing Anna, which is fantastic. It was from the book My Friend Anna, The True Story of a Fake Heiress. In 2019, Delvey was convicted on 8 counts, including grand larceny and theft of services, and sentenced to 12 years in prison, fined $24,000, and ordered to pay nearly $200,000 in restitution. She was released on good behavior in February of 2021, and she has, this is the best part, she had to get permission from ICE to compete, and she is wearing, it's the first time ever, she's wearing an ankle monitor. She's dancing
So
with an ankle
we've got
monitor.
a criminal.
We've
It's
got
the first criminal on Dancing with the Stars.
It's a fantastic criminal, though. Oh my God. So anyway, and your final distraction, go watch that. And your final distraction is Katy Perry's love language. You know how you have love language and stuff? Hers is acts of service, which means if you do the dishes, she'll show you some happiness. Winky, winky.
So many things I could say here, but I'm
no, that's why I'm not saying them either.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff on the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM. This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff on the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM.
Well, we'll just have to call him live. Here we go. Kevin's back on that roof.
I think I had a misdial.
Oh, did you? Oh, no.
Yeah, I think I did.
Jeffrey.
It
All right,
happens,
so
you know.
Kevin's on the roof, as he has done every year for, gosh, I don't know how many years. We'll have to ask him. He is raising money for Strive. He's not getting off the roof of PAPE until he raises $8.
For God's sake.
You can 730.
I know. I got it.
I mean, you can say the number out loud.
I know.
People.
I know, but I don't need to. Unless you want to. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. Hopefully.
We'll have to let him know he's live on the radio. I didn't get a chance to get him on the line.
Good morning.
Good. Hi, Kevin. You're on the radio, number one, and you're on 94.9 HOM with Lori and Jeff. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin. Man, okay. Kevin on the roof. Let's quickly recap why you are on the roof, what roof you're on, and when are you getting off the roof?
Oh, well, good morning, Lori and Jeff. Yes, this is Kevin. I'm on the roof of Patriot Subaru, a.k.a. Kevin on the roof. And this is our 12th annual.
12th, my God.
That was going to be my first question, yeah. That's crazy.
Time flies when you're having fun. But 12th annual Kevin on the Roof, and we're excited to be here. We are 45 hours into this effort, so it's still a baby, as far as rooftop fundraising goes. And we have raised 45 hours into this effort. We have raised $6,876.23.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
It really is. When you think about, on Tuesday at 10 a.m. we came up here with nothing,
Yeah.
We set up camp, and we're in this for the duration. We're at a goal this year of 80,000. That's coming up a bit from last year, having raised over 72,000.
You can do this. You can do this.
We can, but we know, after 11 years of doing this, we know it takes time. This fundraiser is unique, and it builds steam over time and gains momentum.
Now,
so
listen, we know that. But usually, Kevin, on the roof, you're in a hurricane. You're in a blizzard. You're in,
You've been gifted this time.
No.
You are I don't know what deal you made with the devil, but good for you because you've got a stretch of gorgeous weather.
I really do. You're absolutely right. you know, I can't complain. You know, I'm sleeping in shorts and a t-shirt on top of my sleeping bag this year.
That's amazing.
It's almost too good.
It is. We probably jinxed it. There's probably
this isn't
something.
a hardship for him at all. It's like a vacation.
Exactly. oh, wait a minute. It's awful. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, over the course of these years, we've seen everything from frost-covered tent in the morning to unbearable extreme heat, where I had things literally melting up here, to like you said, hurricane winds and monsoon rain.
Yeah, I mean, just awful. Last year, I think you got a ton of rain up there.
Yeah. This is not the original tent. The tent takes a beating up here. It's been leveled a few times.
So, Kevin, Kevin on the roof to raise money for Strive. Let's get you some money. How do people get you off that roof? How do we donate?
Well, thank you for asking. I love that question. Well, by all means, I love the opportunity to lower the donation bucket. If you can make it down here to Patriot Subaru on Route 1 in Saco, right across the street from Funtown Splashtown, anytime, day or night, I'm here.
Just to make it hard on you, I'm coming up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I tell you, we have a plan for that. You know, we have our wonderful support. You know, we call it Strive on the Ground, and they're here practically, you know, very long days, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. But when they break up the ground control and head home, we have an air horn sitting on a table on the ground, and we encourage people to use it. You know, also understand that I might need a moment, you know,
put pants on,
to wake up and unzip the tent.
Oh my God, that's fantastic!
And indeed, someone used the air horn around 6 a.m. yesterday, and that's just I love it. It's so encouraging, and every donation and everyone that stops by to, you know, encourage us and, you know, thank Strive for what they do and, you know, tell us, like you said, they know we can do it. And we've done it 11 years running, and they know we'll do it this year.
And Kevin, can you tell us a little bit about Strive briefly?
Oh, absolutely. Strive's just an awesome piece of our community that makes and has made a difference. So for so many individuals with developmental disabilities, and you know, makes a world of difference for them and their families. And the wonderful thing about Strive is they have multiple programs, all made to fit a need and fill a gap within our community. And most of those ideas were born when the community, indeed, and area school districts come to Strive and say, hey, we need help with this. We need help with this population, and how do we continue to support them to be as independent as they possibly can. And
they're amazing. You know, they really are. They're an organization that goes above and beyond daily.
And you know, their reach is well beyond the borders of our state. With Strive Worldwide, we literally now are reaching across the country and across the world with our impact and independent living skills.
That's amazing. Listen, Kevin, we're limited. I know you got all the time in the world up on that damn roof.
Yeah.
But I need to know, can you text a donation? Because I'm going to do it right now with you. Tell me how to text you a donation.
Well, I didn't get around to answering that question, did I?
No, no, Kevin. No, Kevin. You know what? You're all alone on that roof, and you're like, oh my God, humans.
No, I mean, when I can go on and on.
I know. We know, Kevin.
Yeah. But yes, by all means, you can text KOTR.
KOTR. Kevin on the roof.
KOTR to 50155. That'll bring you to the
50155.
Or you can go to www.helpkevinhelpstrive.org. All wonderful ways to give, and every penny I can tell you goes to help Strive continue to do what they do and help keep our community strong.
Kevin, I just donated $50 to the cause. I hope
No
it
air
helps.
horn needed.
No air horn needed. But trust me, I'm coming down just to air horn you and say, I already donated.
Well, thank you so much, because you and your station have been in this with us since the beginning. So,
and we'll be in it till the end.
So thank you once again. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Jeff. We have a long way to go, but I have no doubt we will get there.
And I have no doubt either. So if you need any information on how to donate to Kevin to get him off that roof of Patriot Subaru, go put some money in that bucket, or all the ways are on 949HOM.com. Thank you, Kevin. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a great day.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
I've done a couple of things that are either lately really nice of me or really just friggin' weird. And
not both?
I think it could be a combination of both, but I want your opinion. So I'm at the store, I'm at the grocery store, and I'm tooling around in my cart, and I see an older woman, I would say probably in her late 60s, early 70s, and she's all like, you know how sometimes older women spiff up even to go to the grocery store. She looks really nice, but her tag is out on her shirt in the back. It's flipped up.
Yeah,
and I think I need to put that tag down. So I come to the side of her with my cart and her cart, and I put my hand on her shoulder, and I said, hi. I said, you look really nice. And I said, but your tag is out, so I'm going to fix that for you. Like, I wanted to warn her before.
Yeah.
I didn't just want...
Start touching her clothes.
And right. And so I flip her tag down, and I said, you look too nice to have your tag out. And she thanked me, and she was like a little shocked, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But she thanked me. And I was like, okay, on with my day. And I thought, well, that was either really weird to me, but I didn't want her tag out. You know what I mean? It's like toilet paper stuck on your shoe.
Yeah.
Then I had to go to Casco Bay Lines to buy some ferry tickets for when my aunt and brother, FOMO, come and visit. And this was great. I walked from work, and I'm walking back to get my car. And this woman, and there's a couple, a man and a woman in front of me walking, and there's a whole area where you unload and people are unloading tons of supplies to head over to Peaks. And this woman stops the man and says, excuse me, to this guy. It says, can you help me with this cooler to lift it into my cart? And the guy's like, okay. And the wife says, and I kid you not, oh, no. He's got back problems. No. Right?
Wow.
And so the guy meekly retreats. And so I go over and I said, I'll help you. And so I lift the cooler. It wasn't that bad. I said, I got this, and so I lift the cooler, and I said, pretty funny that wife yelled at that guy, huh? and so I helped two randos. But am I being...
I think you helped 3 people, actually.
Yeah, that's true. That poor bastard. But am I being weird or lovely? Like, I can't decide.
The tag thing seemed a little weird, because you kind of approached her, like, without... You just came up behind her, you said, right?
No, I said I came up to the side of her. I put my hand on her shoulder, and I made sure she saw me before I touched her.
Coming from the rear, so it's kind of like...
No, I came up to the side of her,
so you walked,
Jeffrey.
You walked parallel to her?
Correct. And
not perpendicular.
Side by side, so that she could see me before I even touched her. And I said, and I put my hand on her shoulder, and I said, hey, you look really nice, but your tag is out. There was no way I'm going up to a stranger and touching them from behind.
Okay.
Unless I want more.
Okay. I'm just, all right. Okay.
Side by side, right next to her.
Yeah.
So she saw me. Well, I would never do it to you.
And that's not talking about
you just
me.
give off vibes. Don't touch me. Leave my tag where it is.
Very strong
I
vibes.
meant that.
This is the HOM Morning Show. On the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. And it's time for Don't Judge. on the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM.
How have you gotten out of a speeding ticket? Don't Judge, being brought to you by A Best Window, manufactured in Maine by Maine craftsmen to handle Maine's unique weather. It's all about that speeding ticket. How'd you get out of it? I've been pulled over for speeding probably 4 times that I can remember. Never gotten a speeding ticket in my life. A couple of them have been because of who I am. And they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good. You were going really fast. Sorry, I'm late for work. And they've let me off. One of them was in Idaho in a rental car on my way to see my parents at like 2 a.m. My flights were delayed and blah, blah, blah. And I was cruising on down some Idaho freeway going a good
as you're known to
10 over at least, and got pulled over. And I blamed the rental car being so nice compared to my piece of crap back at home. And he said, well, you slow it down. You want to get to your parents in one piece.
I said, well, there's a speedometer. It'll tell you how fast you're going.
Yeah. He was nicer than you. All right. How have you gotten out of a speeding ticket? Let us know on Facebook on the HOM app, or call us up at 800-228-1949. Elizabeth says on Facebook, funny story. I was once a witness to a DUI accident, and the officer who took my information had stopped my dad for speeding earlier that night. So when I got home, I asked him about it before he could tell me. Sandy said, I called my uncle, who was a police chief in town that I was stopped in.
Oh, jeez.
That helps.
If your dad is the police chief, you're going to want to go the speed limit.
No, you just call him up. It wasn't dad, it was uncle. Elizabeth says, because I'd never gotten a speeding ticket before, I only got a warning. But it was on this tiny hill crest just before the Biddeford exit northbound on 95 that caused me to speed. If I'd taken my foot off the gas on that hill crest, I would have been fine. But I didn't realize until it was too late. And then Natalie says, oh, I'm hypoglycemic and I need to get home to eat. She was driving the opposite direction of her home. Margaret on Facebook says, I play the sweet little old lady card. Works every time. Oh, officer, I'm so sorry. Was I speeding? Yeah, you're going 95 at a 30. All right, what is it for you? Let us know how you got out of a speeding ticket. Oh, and I love this. Cody Ann on the app says, best way to avoid a speeding ticket, Lori, is to drive faster than the one pursuing you. How'd you get out? Let us know on Facebook on the 94.9 HOM app, or call us up 800-228-1949. Don't judge.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. 5 calls says it all on the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff.
So we just had a segment for Don't Judge about how'd you get out of a speeding ticket, but a couple people called and said they've never had one. So 5 calls says it all. Have you gotten a speeding ticket?
No.
No, because I've gotten out of them.
You know me,
you obey the law
like a grandpa.
to a T.
No.
I know we were talking off air about what a terrible, terrible cop you'd be. All right, because you'd give everybody a ticket. There's no warning. Leave the warning pad at work.
There's no way I could do that job.
800, me either. 800-228-1949. Have you gotten a speeding ticket? Yes or no? 5 calls says it all. I have never gotten one because I've been pulled over for speeding, but I've never gotten a ticket.
I got pulled over once because of an expired registration. No, not registration, the inspection.
Did you get a ticket?
No, they said get it fixed.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks.
All right, 800-228-1949.
5 calls. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
No. Absolutely, in multiple states.
Well,
He's a wanted criminal.
I enjoy the fact that you are a multiple state offender.
What was your biggest fine for a ticket?
$186.
Well, that seems pretty good.
Yeah, it was in Ohio.
Ohio. Oh, yeah. Just trying to get the hell out of that state.
And I'm curious, how fast were you going?
Actually, I was.
How fast were you going?
And I was going at 86 in a 65 at about 1 a.m.
Okay.
So you thought you were safe.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, multiple speeding tickets.
5 calls. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
I have not. I've gotten warnings, but never a speeding ticket.
How do you get the warnings?
Big boobs.
Smile pretty. I don't have those, Lori, but I do smile. I'm very sweet, like, yes, officer.
Yeah, respectful, as am I. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And mine are medium size.
5 calls. Ever gotten a speeding ticket? Nah, okay. 5 calls. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
How fast were you going?
I think I was doing 70-something, maybe. But the policeman did a U-turn.
Oh, yeah. I've had that.
I didn't think I was speeding. But he was cocky, and he goes, "Do you think I would be standing out in the rain talking to you if you weren't speeding?" I'm like, okay.
Okay, all right.
You got a point.
Good. Yeah, he's got a point. All right. Thank you very much, Speedy McSpeedy. All right, this could be it. Could be that everybody in Maine's gotten a speeding ticket.
5 calls. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
I have.
Oh,
I've got it. I have. I've gotten it so many times I had to take driving dynamics twice.
Whoa, twice?
Twice.
Well, that said it. You tipped it over. Everybody in Maine has gotten a speeding ticket. What exactly is driving dynamics?
If you get too high in points, you have like maybe 12 points on your driver's license. If I got to 11. So if you took the driving dynamics course, it like knocked off 3 points.
And does the driving dynamics course just tell you to lay off the gas pedal?
It pretty much. They go through again all the, signs, like you were doing that initial driving test.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're hysterical.
Okay, let's review this again, shall we?
Oh my God. Thank you for being so honest. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And 5 calls did say it all. Yes, many, many people have gotten speeding tickets.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff on the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM. This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
So we were talking about the police a lot today in Don't Judge in 5 calls, and it reminded me of the time that I did something that I probably shouldn't have done, but it was innocent. I've been pulled over, a fair amount of times, and I have only gotten like 1 ticket, and that was for registration. So one time I was pulled over, I went through a red light.
Having a day. Just having a day.
Are you having a day over there, Parsons?
A little bit.
I enjoyed the music. So
it almost sounded like it was right on cue.
Yeah, I was pulled over for a red light. I went through a red light. And the cop pulls me over, and I have no idea why he's pulled me over, because for some reason I had stopped, but then I'd gone, and I don't know why. It was either like I thought it was great. Nothing happened. Nobody had to slam on their brakes to avoid hitting me because I went through a red light. But a cop pulled me over, and
because you went through a red light,
right? And he goes, and he's at my window. My window was down, and he says, I pulled you over because you went through a red light. I said, what? And I took my left hand and I whacked him. And I said, get out of here. Because I truly had,
in pure Elaine fashion from Seinfeld.
Yep, exact Elaine fashion from Seinfeld. And he looked at me and he said, you can't hit an officer. Yeah. And I was like, oh. I said, I wasn't hitting you. I was smacking you. It's different. And even though I assaulted an officer, went through a red light, I did not get a ticket.
I have no idea how in the world you can escape that.
I'm very nice to officers.
Yeah, after you hit them in the chest.
I didn't hit him. I smacked him.
Yeah, it's like still.
And I didn't hit him in the chest. I hit him in his arm.
Don't touch him.
I know. He basically said, he told me. He said, don't touch me. He said, I'm sorry.
Let's see, you had the old lady in the grocery store that you touched her.
After I asked permission.
To touch her?
Yes.
You said you put your hand on her shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I did do that. Well, I had to get her attention. That was nice.
Okay, I see.
That's nice.
Okay.
You know, if I smacked her, if I biffed her in the arm, that's mean. But I gently touched her shoulder and said hello.
Which you did not do with the officer.
Nope, I smacked him. Not on purpose. I mean, on purpose, but not, Elaine-ish. It was very... He didn't give me a ticket.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. And now it's time for your daily distractions.
Being brought to you by the Bill Dodge Auto Group. When you shop for your next vehicle at Bill Dodge, you're investing in Maine communities. Every Bill Dodge Auto Group, every year, Bill Dodge Auto Group contributes over $250,000 in Maine charities and fundraisers. Big inventory that gives back. That's the Bill Dodge difference. So there's a UK electronics store called Curies, and they just posted the best ad ever. To attract more young people, they had a middle-aged employee read a script loaded with Gen Z slang. And the best part is how he describes a new phone.
Need a new phone? This one's bussin' skibbity toilet riz. This air fryer is the GOAT. On point cash with that low-key drip to have all your guests saying, "Yes, slay queen, he cooked."
I
have no idea what any of that meant.
I got some of it, and that's about it. Fantastic. Apparently Amazon has had to come out and say, no, that's not true. They're denying a rumor that they're banning their delivery drivers from singing along to the radio.
What?
Why would you do that, right? They say it was because it distracted the driver, but it's not true. And Amazon says, no, we don't, you can sing to the radio. A cop in Oregon adopted a 15-week-old kitten after 2 search and rescue team members found it hiding in the wheel well of their truck after they drove 15 miles.
That happened to my father one time.
No way.
We had kittens and they got into the exact same thing. Wheel well. He drove all the way to work and found them.
Wow, that's insane. Happy National Shrink Day. Today is National Shrink Day, and did you know it was created to pay homage to Bob Newhart since he played a psychiatrist on the Bob Newhart Show. Today would have been Bob's 95th birthday. He passed away in July. Now let's get to Dancing with the Stars. The cast has been revealed. And this blows my friggin' mind. First of all, number one blowing of my mind is that Danny Amendola is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Danny Amendola played 5 seasons with the Patriots. Was at 4 or 5 Super Bowls and won 2 of them. And he's on Dancing with the Stars. And he looks fantastic. But that's not even, okay, that wouldn't get me to watch it. I like him, but that wouldn't get me to watch it. But Anna Delvey. Do you know who Anna Delvey is?
I do not.
Anna Delvey Sorokin is known as the notorious so-called fake heiress whose financial crimes and lavish lifestyle inspired the Emmy-nominated Netflix show Inventing Anna, which is fantastic. It was from the book My Friend Anna, The True Story of a Fake Heiress. In 2019, Delvey was convicted on 8 counts, including grand larceny and theft of services, and sentenced to 12 years in prison, fined $24,000, and ordered to pay nearly $200,000 in restitution. She was released on good behavior in February of 2021, and this is the best part, she had to get permission from ICE to compete, and she is it's the first time ever, she's wearing an ankle monitor. She's dancing with an ankle
we've got
monitor.
A criminal.
We've got
the first criminal on Dancing with the Stars.
It's a fantastic criminal, though. Oh my God. So anyway, and your final distraction, go watch that. And your final distraction is Katy Perry's love language. You know how you have love language and stuff? Hers is acts of service, which means if you do the dishes, she'll show you some happiness. Winky,
So many things
nudge.
I could say here, but I'm
No, that's why I'm not saying them either.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff on the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
We sort of flew by the fact that not only do I know who William Daniels is, but I've been to his home in California, outside of Los Angeles. Why? It was in the 80s, late 80s.
And by the way, if you don't know who William Daniels is, he was on I think he's
St.
best known
Elsewhere.
for Boy Meets World as his big one.
I see. I thought... I never saw that.
There's a generation that is that. But yeah, St. Elsewhere, and of course he was the voice of Kit in Night Forever.
Yeah, he's covered a couple of generations. Yeah. So why was I at his home? I was at his home for his son's wedding because his son got married to my best friend in high school because I graduated in California.
Yeah.
And was invited to the wedding. And I was at his house, and I saw he had 2 Emmys for St. Elsewhere up on his mantle in his living room.
Right.
Very modest home. Not even a huge backyard. I mean, it was the 80s. It was before, like, mansions were, like, a thing, I guess. And it was really wild. Like, it was almost surreal that I'm in this dude's. I'm in an Emmy-winning actor's
Emmy-award-winning
home.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to care except for me.
They assume that everybody that's been invited is connected somehow, so they figure, well, no one's going to cause trouble.
I wasn't connected to him at all.
No.
I was connected to his son's wife to be. So I had no.
Oh, you still got in there somehow.
I know I got in legitimately.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
Okay, now I'm down a William Daniels rabbit hole because I was trying to, I've lost touch with my friend.
Yeah.
Her name was Wendy Ladd, and she was a year or 2 younger than me in school, so she didn't graduate. She was either a sophomore or junior. I was a senior when I went to a school in L.A., and I don't remember which son because these were 2 adopted boys that William Daniels and Bonnie Bartlett adopted, Michael and Robert. So I'm like, which one? I can't. It was the late 80s. I have no idea which one. Again, I was just more impressed the fact that
you were
I was at
celebrity's home. Yeah.
Not only that, but do you know that William Daniels and his wife Bonnie Bartlett have been married for 73 years, the longest active Hollywood marriage as of July of this year. Isn't that
is amazing?
That is absolutely insane.
Well, they were married at a different time where you stayed married.
Well, that doesn't matter. They're a Hollywood couple.
Yeah.
No Hollywood couple even married from that time.
But I feel that the 2 of them are a very humble, couple.
I got it. And Bonnie Bartlett, his wife, drove me, the bride-to-be, my best friend, Winnie, and some other person around to get something or whatever. I don't even know. I don't even remember what I was doing, but I was in this car and Bonnie Bartlett drove me around.
Wow. I know. He was actually here a couple of months ago for a Comic-Con over at...
he's in his 90s,
He's 97.
He's 97.
He's 97.
And
he's actually...
Oh, you know what I should have said? Hey, remember me?
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
Okay, Lori, what did we learn today?
Well, we learned that a lot of people in Maine have gotten speeding tickets, and one dude has a multiple state offender, and I love it that they admitted that. We also know that a lot of people have gotten out of speeding tickets. Like, for instance, I've been pulled over for speeding, and I've never gotten a speeding ticket. It's because... I don't know.
I'm Lori Vortis.
I've just got a winning personality. We also learned that Kevin is back on the roof to help out Strive. He's been up there for about 46 hours now. And if you would like to help him, there are many ways to contribute to Strive and get Kevin off the roof of Patriot Subaru, Route 1 in Saco, across the street from Funtown. He'd love the bucket. He's got an air horn if you go at like 3 in the morning. Wake his butt up.
He's turned Patriot Subaru into his end of summer home.
Home away from home. And only, boy, he's hit a stretch of weather that's going to be great. I mean, he's raised just about $7,000 at this point, but his goal is $80,000. He's going to be up on that roof for quite some time.
He'll do it.
But
he always
there's
does.
Good weather predicted through like next week,
which works out for him being on the roof, but also works out for people wanting to go out and drop money in the bucket and have him haul it up.
Exactly. So help Kevin get off that roof and help out a great organization, Strive.
This is the HOM Morning Show. On the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM.